India and New Zealand finally come up against each other and, play in Dubai. But is this a final that you're expecting? Was this in one of your predictions?
I knew India would be there, but I didn't know which other team could be there. But again, I actually feel very happy. People need to know that I have a very soft corner for New Zealand and New Zealand team. So I'm actually very happy that one is my home country and the other is a country I love.
To make it your home. I would love to.
Well, India getting into this with ample amount of rest, DK. They have looked the most dominant side in the tournament so far. Pretty much everything seems to be going right for them. That one tick mark that India wants is a big one from Rohit Sharma. But other than that, anything else that you see?
India are a well-oiled unit. The conditions, they've picked a beautiful team to play in those conditions. They're strong with four spinners. They attack through the middle. Again, for India, the biggest worry would be death bowling. The last 5 overs, if at all, there is a worry. Other than that, we're sorted in most places. India is a very strong team. They're batting very well. We've had different people performing at different times. We had Shubman Gill at the start. We've had Virat, Kohli. It was great to see KL Rahul do what he did. Hardik Pandya, Shreyas Iyer has been probably the most consistent one. So, as we stand today, Team India would be very happy. But for me, if there is a team which can compete with India right now, it has to be New Zealand. No doubt about it.
But again, sticking to India, do you see any changes? Because there's again lots of chatter. Varun comes in, picks up that 5 against New Zealand, and then, of course,
why would you change something which is working? I think those 4 spinners provide a lot of control, and they run through the overs pretty quickly. And at times where the opposition is trying to come back, if they are trying to come back, when your team runs through those overs, it just feels pretty cramped at that time. And all of them are bowling well. The good thing for India is that Hardik Pandya is bowling well.
Yes.
So you can expect a few overs. Mohammad Shami has been amongst wickets. So I don't see any reason to change a side which is winning.
And also against New Zealand, the top order didn't fire. So again, coming into the finals, we know what the big man likes doing. We saw him and we saw what he did in the last match. But the top order will want to fire against New Zealand.
They will fire. Come the big game, you have some big names there. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and some good batsmanship in Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer. I have no doubt that the top order will come good. It will be a cracking game. New Zealand, India, two of the best teams in this tournament by a distance. They played smart cricket, they've understood the conditions well, and at times they have actually destroyed opponents, which tells you the strength of a team. I believe it is a very worthy final. 2 teams very similar in the way they have stacked up against each other. Probably New Zealand has one fast bowler extra. Other than that, they have a deep batting with Santner coming in at 8. We have Jadeja coming in at 8. So it's 2 good teams who have played solid cricket in the last 2 weeks, and it's great to have such a good final.
But Karthik, you think they'll back Kuldeep? Because, we're used to seeing him bowl at a certain level. Maybe the last game Kuldeep wasn't that level where we are used to seeing him.
That's fine. Look, one game, if Rohit doesn't get runs, will you drop him? I'm equating him to Rohit. The reason being, I think he's a very good bowler.
Yes.
He needs to get some game time. He's a quality act. All the weapons that he has got will come in handy on a track like that. And I think he started bowling well. It's just that sometimes you don't see the results. You can bowl well, you don't see the results. But as long as I'm concerned, I would not drop him at all just because he's gone for a few runs, or if he's not picked up a wicket, I'm not bothered about it.
Also, DK, the atmosphere just feels really relaxed in the Indian camp. We've been seeing all these videos they've been putting out. Yes, victory always makes it very cheerful, but you just see them very, very relaxed and at ease.
Yeah, they've been in the same place for some time now. It's a lovely place to be. You can walk around and there is a lot of freedom to do other things, And the fact is that they've enjoyed being there. They've played some good cricket. Whenever you play good cricket and you almost go unbeaten into a final, it gives you a lot of confidence. And the fact that you gel along well with the group. It's a group that have stayed together. They haven't had the easiest last 6 months. The test series against New Zealand didn't go well. The Australian series didn't go to plan. But now they've come together. The England series did well, and they've taken that confidence into Champions Trophy. And I'm sure they deserve this. They've earned the right to be happy and confident, and I'm happy for them. It's important that they have one more good day before the season ends. And all of India, 1 billion people will be looking out for that final, because the Champions Trophy doesn't come along very easy. The last 3 Champions Trophy, we've reached a final every single time. We've won it once, we've lost once. We'll see what happens, but it's a quality cracker game.
And also, you just hope and pray that it's not a repeat of 2023, where we didn't lose a single game, lost in the finals. 2019 where we went undefeated and lost to New Zealand.
As he's saying that New Zealand have beaten us twice in the final
Yeah.
so
Yes.
far, once in the World Test Championship, once
Yeah.
in 2000. But these things don't matter.
Don't matter. You just have to think of the given day and hopefully history doesn't repeat itself.
Do you see any changes in the New Zealand team?
No, I don't see any changes at all. Again, they've been pretty good with the way they've gone about it. Devon Conway, Mark Chapman, Nathan Smith, Jacob Duffy, they're all going to sit out. Just one thing, hopefully Matt Henry doesn't have the after effects of today's fall, because he did fall and it doesn't look good. Whenever a bowler falls and he clutches onto his shoulder, you don't feel happy. But the thing is, he came back, he bowled, he seemed fine, and then he was fielding as well. I know he didn't try and throw, they tried to protect him in the infield and he was trying to underarm it with his left hand. But the good thing is he came on to bowl, because if you're done something, you can't come and bowl. So maybe with 3 days rest, he's fine, so they won't change. I don't think they'll change.
DK, what do you think the chatter is going to be? Because obviously the pressure of the big day, a big final is always on. So what do you think the chatter in the New Zealand camp will be?
India have the boot over them. The last 3 times they've met, twice in the World Cup, once in the T20, once here. India have completely dominated every time they've played. The key now is, on a big day like this, you need to start afresh. Again, for New Zealand to make inroads, they need to strike in the power play. That's when they put pressure on India. If they let the power play go with just 1 wicket, then India will dominate the game. They need to strike, and they have the bowling. Kyle Jamieson, Matt Henry, those guys can definitely strike. Rohit is going to come hard. But there's your chance of getting a wicket. So they need to strike hard, because when they get wickets up front, then they control the middle overs much better. If
Can
they
you go
don't,
and tell Rohit, strike hard but take extra 2-3 balls?
Well, your players to watch out for then. Are you going to root for Rohit?
I always root for Rohit. Look, I love the way he bats. It's just so mouth-watering. I don't think... I've always said this. I say this on commentary very often and repeat myself. He doesn't make ugly runs.
Yes.
Even if he gets out for 0, it's a beautiful-looking 0. That's how it looks like. It's tough to root for anybody. Look, I've been rooting for Shubman Gill the last 2 games and he didn't get runs. I'll root for the team. How about that?
I mean, you can root for the team, but you've been very...
No,
good
I've been a
previous-
neutral guy. No, so I'm rooting
Yes.
for the team.
No, but if you pick one player from each team.
Ooh la la. Who am I picking?
I'll go. I have it in my mind. Then he can think and get there by then. For me, Shreyas Iyer is a key. He's the best player of spin through the middle. I believe he'll play a massive part. And when it comes to New Zealand, it's how much Mitch Santner can make a difference in that middle overs. That is going to be so key for them to doing well in that game.
I think from a batting point of view, I think everything revolves around the way Kane Williamson is going to bat. Again,
Yes.
good player of spin. So I'm going with Kane Williamson from New Zealand. And from India, I'll again trust my gut instinct, go with Shubman Gill.